What up, peeps? This is Rob's R-Rated Review. I do R-Rated reviews of R-Rated films. And the only one in theaters this week was Resident Evil Retribution, which was pretty fucking awesome, as I expected from seeing the trailer. I finally got to see the last one prior to this, Resident Evil Afterlife, leading up into this, so I'd seen all the other ones before that. This one's written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. He's been involved in all of the Resident Evils. He directed the first one and directed the one before this, Afterlife. And he's also married to Milla Jovovich, our leading lady in this film, playing Alice, who is a made-up character for the films. Alice wasn't a character in any of the games. But they keep bringing in characters from the games to support her as a character. First one being Jill Valentine, played by Sienna Guillory. This is from the last film. This film, she's has long blonde hair. Also, we have Michelle Rodriguez playing the role of Rain, and Ada Wong being played by Bing Bing Lee, who is pretty spot on when it comes to looking like the character from the game. She looks exactly like her. And also Leon Kennedy, played by Johan Erb. Although you don't find out it's Leon until about an hour into the film. They say his name so nonchalantly. Oh, come on, Leon. I'm like, oh, that's fucking Leon. And no character introduction at all, but oh well. The film starts off right from where the last one ended. They're escaping on the ship of Arcadia, and this picks up. Umbrella's coming after them, and this is actually the best part of the film for 3D. Like, if you're going to see it in 3D, see it solely just to see this portion of the film. It's pretty fucking awesome. Also, and basically, yeah, they attack. It's a cool super sequence, slow motion, a lot of stuff coming at you, a lot of explosions and stuff. It's probably the best. Unfortunately, the best part of the film is it's over in like 10-15 minutes. But yeah, of course they get captured, whatever, and she wakes up in Umbrella facility. They don't really explain where for a little while. She wakes up in little, like, kind of not really torture scene, but just interrogation, I guess. And eventually she gets help from Ada Wong, and also the villain from the last one, Wesker, Agent Wesker. They don't explain how he's still alive or why, really, but he's helping them. He's helping her, and basically they're in an underground facility where they've rebuilt like about 4 or 5 square blocks of major cities like New York, Tokyo, Beijing, and Moscow, in order to simulate how fast the T virus would replicate in these instances, and it's all built under the water with like a sheet of ice over top of it, like down, and basically it's like a level straight out of the game. Like the whole premise of the film is she's captured and she's trying to escape out of this facility, and each section is a different city in the facility. There's a lot of, starting off the first half of the film, there's a good amount of zombie killing, some definitely high grade zombie killing coming from Alice, and then they start getting chased by bioweapons, most notably the Axemen in this case. And from there on, there's not as many zombies after this. They're running from like the one giant licker and these Axemen, so it kind of dies off. And also after the halfway point of the film, you kind of get sick of the 3D too. I wanted to tear those fucking things off. After a while, it just gets old. I mean, yeah, I don't know how many times you can see a bullet fly at your face before you get fucking sick of it. But mainly the 3D action really takes place at the beginning part of the film. So if you're really into 3D, I'd check it out. I mean, if you're going to go to see it in theaters, you might as well spend just a couple extra bucks to see it in 3D. Otherwise, just wait for it to come out on whatever Blu-ray or DVD or however you rent and see it there. But if you are into 3D, I would go see it in theaters for that. Otherwise, if you're real big into the games, you're going to be let down because it's over really quick. It's only an hour and 20 minutes, and it seems like a small portion of one of the games. Like, usually the game you're sitting through hours and hours of cutscenes, nowadays getting very graphic and actually really fucking awesome. So, if you're into the games, I mean, the good thing is the Resident Evil 6 comes out in about 3 weeks, October 2nd. So, I would get the game, to be honest. If you're also into the movies and the games, check it out. October 2nd. Should be pretty badass. Next week, there is 3 movies coming out that are rated R. I'm going to be doing a video of each of them. The first one is The Master with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix, from the trailer and just a brief summary that I saw, he's a war vet come back, and he gets gets influenced through this, whatever, the Master. They're called the Cause. I think it's like I guess kind of being like the Tea Party or whatever. There's a very charismatic leader and stuff, and they fall for it, and shit just goes to hell, I guess. So I'm gonna check that out. I'll do a review of that. And End of Watch is another, which is basically like, looks like porn for cops. I mean, this is going to be for cops what Roadhouse was for bouncers. They're these guys, they badass cops or whatever. They're the tough guys of the neighborhood busting crime, and they walk into the wrong house that's, like, I guess, owned by cartels, and they get wrapped up in cartel, and it just gets crazy from there. So I'll be doing a video of that. And the third one, Dread. I'm really looking forward to this. After the failed attempt by Sly Stallone in the last Judge Dredd, this looks pretty fucking badass. So I'm going to be catching that. It's in 3D. I'm not going to do the 3D on this one. Sorry. I mean, I'll review it from what I see. If it looks like it should be in 3D after seeing it, then I'll let you know. But otherwise, I'm just going to see it and let you know how it is, like I usually do. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to check in next week. Subscribe to my channel if you want to get the updates without having to look for me. So feel free to comment, and I'll catch you next week. Love and kisses.